Alright. Shalom Yasharala. Before we go into this lesson, give all honor and all glory and all praises to Yahawah. Zokal Halalyam YAHAWAH BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI BAHASHAM Rakakwadash. We give them honors to the apostles and prophets and elders of James Camp, but to know us great millstone for the bring for the 100% to have been currently edified under. Now today's lesson was more or less going on give some understanding as to though at a point in time during the time of the new moon, I was looking forward to see it happening in our country. Our sun was all the way heated, all the way hot. That's all coming from. I looked at it. I was looking at the sun itself. There was no darkness really and truly, but I could recall midday. It got slight dark. Now I know the base place for it to really take place is in the Americas, which is Babylon the Great, right? And I say this to say, the sign has been shown because it have Akiams and Akwat who actually recorded the video. So at the point in time, in my understanding, I thought it was more or less Esau providing a hoax that they're trying to bring forth to life, when really and truly it did actually happen. So I must say Salakia for that. And to YAHAWAH BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI for showing me that it actually happened. Because one of the Akiams that put on GMS that actually put the video up was saying Barak Atha Yahawah, Barak Atha Yahawashai, Barak Yahawah, Barak Yahawashai. So now we're going to the simple Acts chapter 2 and verse 20, right? It says, the sun, which in understanding, there's a video I actually posted from one of the GMS members GMS members video, and I can't remember his name exactly, but I know he's part of the GMS. I guess I could find it after and probably post it, who knows. And so let me go into it. It says Acts chapter 20 verse 20, it says, the sun shall be turned into darkness and the moon into blood. It says, before the great and notable day of Yahawah of Yahawashi's return, of Yahawashi comes, right? And he did a video where it was saying that the frame of mind we're supposed to be in that day, in these times. Now, if you really look at it, this is actually the beginning of the end. When you see a moon like that in a particular area, as we know it was showed in Babylon the Great, it's simple and safe to say, strictly and understandable with understanding, Babylon has fallen, not is falling in. That sign already indicates that the end is coming. So Babylon has fallen. It's going to take but a short while for you to actually see the fall, but they has fallen. So in this understanding, as we are here, more and more, we have to separate ourselves from this world, from the worldly things. Separate ourselves from the sinful ways, from the ways of the heathen. Scripture say, learn at the way of the heathen. Let me go into Romans chapter 12 and verses 2. It says, let me read from the top. It says, I beseech you therefore, brethren, by the mercies of the Most High, it says that ye present your bodies as a living sacrifice, holy and acceptable unto the Most High, which is your reasonable service. It says, and be not conformed to this world, but ye be transformed by the renewing of your mind, that ye may prove what is that good and acceptable and perfect will of Yahawah. And this is what we're supposed to be doing right now. Trimming all the old ways. trimming all the old parts that we used to take back then. If we haven't cleansed that away, if Yahweh didn't put this, if we didn't ask for that, if Yahweh didn't put the Spirit on us, that we remove that, now is the time. Babylon has fallen. This is indeed perilous times. Like I said, perilous times are coming. Perilous times are coming. This is the beginning and the beginning. This is the beginning of the end of Babylon the Great itself. Babylon has fallen. One more time. Babylon has fallen. So separate yourself from this system. Separate yourself from this wicked society that only pushes you, Jakes. I'm speaking to the Jakes only pushes you, Jakes, to do wickedly, to go against the law, statutes, and commandment. Good example. Look at a guy just I did a video yesterday. He took on a pig's kidney, modified pig's kidney. He is now walking a walking abomination. When you really think about it, because it was his lot to do that. It was the will of Yahweh to keep him there. Whatever he may have done in his past life, he was rewarded with that. And for that, as we know, destruction will come. So we really have to turn away from these things. It's not profiting us to go against the laws of Yahweh. The only thing we're going to see from that is some form of prosperity in this Esau system for a short while, and then destruction comes. And when destruction comes, you're not getting away from it. You can't expect Yahawashi to receive you if you enjoying and partaking the filthiness of this world. He will not receive you. Because basically your parents is of this world itself. How would you expect him to see you and to receive you? Right? A good example, Passover. If there was an Israelite brother that didn't have that lamb's blood on the door, what do you think would the doorpost? What do you think would have happened? Wouldn't it not be his firstborn would have gotten killed? Wouldn't it not be so? Would it not be he would have been crying, sighing, asking or begging why? Wouldn't it not be that? You see, we had to understand, if you want Yahweh to receive you in that time, you have to come out of this world. Your appearance must not be worldly. You mustn't be trying to mask your appearance with this worldly thing. Because if he eyes set on you and all he's seeing is somebody else of the world, he's not going to keep you. You will have to be destroyed to be placed back into the kingdom by rebirth. You understand where I'm coming from? Rather than be living still, not having to face that death, that second death, that ICBM, that destruction, or even the chariots, or even the elect. When the Bible says in the New Testament, love not the world, neither the things that are of the world, neither the things that are of the world. The heathens' rulership, the way of the heathens, the way that cause you to sin itself, the transgressions of the law. Because if you are adhering to their customs and their rulership, you are not diligently seeking Yahweh. Your obedience would be to them and not Yahweh. Remember in Acts chapter 5, let me grab it, and verse 28. 29, Salakia. Oh God. It's then, straight to the point, then Peter and the other apostles answered and said, We ought to obey the Most High rather than men. And these men that is spoken of are the heathens, number one, and even wicked Israelite brothers and sisters, number two. Because there are many brothers who continue to push us or encourage us to do the right thing. So of course not talking about, but at the same time you catch the point. We are to obey the Most High rather than men. So as we hear, humble ourselves down. Humble yourself down. You don't want to be disobedient to the Heavenly Father. It's a fearful thing to fall into the hands of the living power. Now is the time. Now is crunch time coming just now. It's a perilous time coming. Things are going to be very, very grievous unto us. And the scripture say, endure it all things. Bear it all things. This is what we stand by. Our patience. Here is the faith and the patience of the saints. Here are they that do his commandments. Obedience and patience goes a long way. Now is the time to crack down on these things. Remove, as scripture say, remove the old leaven. Remove the sinful ways that we may still have among us. We are not perfect, but we strive to be at the end of the day. I'm going to grab James. Because as we know, many Israelites have already shown to be victims to these things. I'm going to grab James chapter 1 and verse 14. Where it says, I'm going to grab it. But every man is tempted. It says, when he is drawn away of his own lust and enticed. You know where I'm coming from? It says, then when is it then when lust had conceived, it bringeth forth sin, and sin, when it is finished, bringeth forth death. This is not the time you want to be sinning, because death is very soon. Destruction is very soon. Second, death is very soon. So the signs of heaven have been shown. Be not dismayed, Israelite brothers and sisters. Crack down. Crack down. Now is the time to show your love, obedience, faith, fear. Now is the time to truly give all to YAHAWAH BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI. Now is the time to truly willing to endure it. Endure it all for YAHAWAH BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI. It's not an easy thing. But guess what? We are to endure it. Let me grab I want to finish. Yeah, let me grab Luke. So like chapter 6 and 46. Where it says this. It says, and the reason why I'm saying this because there are many of our Jake brothers and sisters that refuse to be disobedient. They refuse to be obedient, and have been sinning. You would expect Yahawah to come on the scene and say, "Hey, well, you know what? Hear this. even though you have not been listening to anything I have to say, or any of the true men true men of my people had to say. I understand that in these Christian church and who they are and who still half foot in, half foot out, I'm going to take you in. Of course, that is the choice of YAHAWAH BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI. But with the understanding of the truth, we know what would take place. And that is why even in out of his own mouth it says, why call ye me Lord, Lord, and do not the things which I say? Why are you not obedient unto my words? The words of what? His laws, statutes, and commandments. Why are you not obedient? Why call ye me Lord, Lord, and do not the things that I say? Because when you go into it, 1 John 14:15, which scripture say, if ye love me, keep my commandments. So if you refuse to do what he say, if you refuse to be obedient, how are you showing love? Scripture tells you what the foundation of that love is. Understand? If ye love me, out of the Messiah, out of our Savior, out of Yahawah's mouth, if ye love me, keep my commandments. Straight and simple as possible. You cannot get around it. So people, now is the time to truly crack down. Now is the time to truly crank down. Now is the time to really, if you're still in this world, truly try your best to come out of it. Understand? There's a precept I'm looking for. It was a particular part, but it was higher up, I believe. So. Right, verse 4, it says, whatsoever is brought upon thee cheerfully, um, um, upon thee take cheerfully, and be patient when thou art changed at a low estate. At that point, whatever chastisement whatever Yahweh trying to chastise you on, whatever not trying to whatever chastisement you're getting received from Yahweh in any day, take the chastisement. Scripture tells you Yahweh love those he chasteneth. Accept it. It's only to help you to grow, to develop yourself. So now is the time to truly crank down. Now is the time to truly put that foot forward. Now is the time to truly press the nitrous oxide. Now is the time to truly put on the turbo and push forward. You understand where I'm coming from? Now is the time to truly have that full focus and diligently seek YAHWAH BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI. Now you grab this one time, and I will close now for this, because Hebrews 11:6, which it says, but without faith it is impossible to please him. So now is the time to truly grow your faith in YAHWAH BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI. Show him. Show the faith. Ask, if you don't, ask him to gift you that faith, to grow your faith, to grow up that faith in you. It even comes with more understanding of the scriptures as well. As scriptures say, without faith it is impossible to please him. But he that cometh to the Most High must believe that he is, and that he is a rewarder of them that diligently seek him. Now is the time to diligently seek YAHWAH BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI. So, I hope this was very understanding. this is supposed to be edifying by nature, but naturally, Salakia. So I hope this was very understanding, and I hope you'll catch the gist of this lesson. And I say Shalom Yasharala, Kal Halal Yam Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi, Bahasham Rakakwadash. And this eclipse really did it really did raise something to me. Help me to understand even to myself that it's not just seeing, it's believing, it's also by the faith. And even though I didn't see it, I still had faith that it would have taken place. And what led me to the brother video was me wanting to see. But even if I wanted to see, I felt, you feel like it happened. I may have missed it, but it happened. That kind of vibes, that is the vibes I get. And then the Spirit led me to even see it on one of the Archems of GMS videos. They themselves recorded, zoomed in into the sun. My camera couldn't go so far by extent, so I have an outdated phone. So my camera not going that far, being honest with you. He zoomed into it and see the eclipse coming in until the place get darkened. And it was an amazement to me. It immediately hit me. Babylon has fallen. So those that are in the Americas, and those that are on the four corners of the earth, the Israelites, the true men of YAHAWAH BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI, his inheritance, his portion, the Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, and Native Americans and the Indians, which are the American Indians, Salakia, and those who seed line go back to Jacob. Those who seed line go back to Israel. Those that are pushing this truth in sincerity. All I could say is we are almost to the finish line. Though I'm new into this truth. We are literally in what you call the last days. So to YAHAWAH BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI for being able to see and understand, and to Wada for growing up that faith in me. And I hope that y'all do the same in diligently seeking this truth. Be obedient unto his word as best as you possibly can. Examine yourself daily. If anybody come to you, those who are still weak, if anybody come to you with some kind of off doctrine, as scripture say, believe not every spirit, but try the spirit to see if they be in the faith. Make sure you don't at this point of sifting, you don't want to be sifted out of this truth, because you only going to fall into and remain to the congregation of the dead after. There's nothing for you again. You might fall into another Israelite group that you're learning under, and them teaching some false things, and then when you're done, you catch yourself back into the world. So don't waste your time with these things. Crack down. Now it's crunch time. So Shalom, Yasharala, Kal Halal Yam Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi, Bahasham Rakakwadash. We give double honors to the apostles and prophets and elders of GMS Camp, but an was great millstone, for they bring forth the 100% truth that have been currently edified under. As well as like-minded brother speaking like-minded truth. Shalom to them. Shalom to the elect. Shalom to the tabernacle of David, the wanted. I'm my boy Kazak Yasharala saying to you, Shalom.